and sunscreens, uh, like like
Hey everyone, Summer here and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the 6 skincare mistakes that I've made in my early 20s. And the goal of this video is to share all the mistakes that I have made because I have learned it the hard way, so I wanted to share my story with you guys so that you don't have to make the same mistake that I made. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. Mistake number 1, over cleansing your face. Let's be honest that we all love to keep our skin squeaky clean, but overdoing it can actually strip away the natural oil of our skin, and that can mess up our skin's balance. So the general tip would be choosing a gentle cleanser for yourself and washing your face with the cleanser no more than twice a day. Back in the days when I was in Hong Kong, my idea of cleansers were pretty straightforward. The cleaner it can get to my skin, the better it is, and that it can help cleaning away all the dirt and all the bacteria that I picked up throughout the day and help setting up a good night's sleep for me. What I did not pay much attention is the ingredient list. Not until I moved here in the States and started looking into different cleansers that I developed more interest and start spending more time into studying the ingredient list. And I realized that some of the ingredients in the products are really not that good. For example, SLS, parabens, and triclosan. Some are bad for our environment and they can cause skin irritation, redness, and flaking. Studies show that it can lead to hormone disruption, cancer, or infertility. Like SLS, that can scrape away the natural layer of the goodness of your skin. So that would cause your skin to produce even more oil to sort of balancing out the dryness. And at that time, I was more of a regular combination skin type, and it was relatively tolerant in terms of dryness. So at that time, I didn't feel the difference just yet because part of my skin, for example, my cheeks, they are fine. Although my forehead, it's increasingly getting more oily from time to time. I just thought that it is because I had combination skin. In fact, it was not. I used to be a big fan of those foamy cleansers, but later at one point I found out that they were there because of chemical added, and after a few months my skin became really oily. And that's when I also started to have acne. And that was the time when I realized that I need to switch up my products. So the lesson learned here is less is more when it comes to skincare, especially your cleanser, and always go for the gentle one. Don't treat your face like your dishes. Mistake number 2, skipping sunscreen. Science-backed researchers point straight to the UV rays from the sun as the culprits behind wrinkles, fine lines, and other signs of aging. Up to 80 to 90% of aging skin can be tracked back to sun exposure. And yeah, that's a big deal. Now here's where it gets interesting. We all know about the skincare routines. We have the cleanser, the toner, eye cream, and serum, and all those things. And guess what? So many of my friends, including me in the past, are paying hundreds of dollars on the eye creams, those elite serum, but they're skipping the sunscreen. That's probably not any worse than going into war without armors. When I was young, I go by Children of the Sun. I used to enjoy being outside and I'm always moving and I have so much energy, and I always like hanging out with my friends, going to biking and going hiking, and later in college time going to the beach. I've been doing all these awesome outdoor activities with no sunscreen until I start to get these dark spots, and at once I almost got sunburned. My skin is naturally tan. It's naturally not that prone to sunburn, but still, I nearly got sunburned. I started to get dark spot when I was 18. And I started researching and try to find out why it is so. This is caused by not wearing sunscreen. Anyways, the good news is it's never too late to start. Since then, I started to wearing sunscreen whenever I go out. Even if it's a gloomy day, if it's a rainy day, or if it's a sunny day. And you too guys, your skin deserves to be loved and to be protected, so please do put on your sunscreen before you go kiss the sun. Mistake number 3, not removing your makeup or your sunscreen thoroughly. So just now I mentioned that I was a kid full of energy, always out, always up to something. And to share one more thing about my early 20s is that I love staying late. I love hanging out with my friends until late night, and I love going to karaoke until the next day morning. And sometimes when I get back home in the early morning, I'll just crash. I'll pass out in my bed. I'll get so tired. That's a no-no. Although I'm not a foundation person and that most of my makeup looks are no foundation, and oftentimes I don't even use my concealer, but still I'll put my day cream, or as I mentioned later on, I started to put on sunscreen, so I'll have my sunscreen and all those stuff that I picked up from the outside throughout the day and just sleep. If I were to do it again, or to talk to me in the past, I would tell her, please do clean your face thoroughly, remove your makeups, your sunscreen, or anything, because cleansing is very important to free your pores so that they don't get clogged and you get into trouble. So please do clean your face, remove your makeup thoroughly before you're going to bed or going to rest. Mistake number 4, washing your face with hot water. This one probably seems obvious, but to me in the past, it wasn't that obvious. Back in the days, I pretty much just washed my face and doing my cleansing step in the shower so that I can wash thoroughly from top to bottom, and the water pressure from the shower is going to help flushing down the dirt. Probably that still applies, but the key here is the water temperature. What we should do instead is to wash our face using lukewarm water, and the temperature for lukewarm will be anything between 98 and 105 degrees Fahrenheit, or 36.5 to 40.5 in degrees Celsius. Now looking back at my beauty routine back then, it's pretty dangerous. I was washing my face using hot water with the fluffy foamy cleanser. That would be similar to eating a raw chili with chili oil on top of that. So the takeaway here would be always washing your face only with lukewarm water, because hot water can strip away your skin's natural oil layer and leaving it dry, sensitive, and easily irritated. So remember that. Mistake number 5, using expired skincare product. Remember when we were young, my mom would always throw in the food in the freezer and then take it out and defrost it and cook it. The idea that when we freeze things, it helps preserving things for a longer time period. I thought I could also apply this philosophy or science or ritual, if you will, and apply it to my skincare. But the reality is the expiration date pretty much tells you when the active ingredients will become unstable and losing their potency. Active ingredients such as vitamin C, peptide, or retinol that are highly time sensitive, they simply just won't work after their expiration date, or for vitamin C if they're oxidized. Especially when makeup products that have preservatives, it can cause bacterial or fungal contamination. We also have to pay attention to any directions to correct conservation of the certain product. For example, products that contains vitamin C, they should not be receiving direct light. In general, skincare products should show their expiration date both on the packaging and the box. For Korean products, they can often be found at the bottom of the bottle with production date and the expiration date. In addition to the expiration date, we'll also have to pay attention to the PAO, which refers to period after opening. The PAO symbol tells us the number of months that the product are good after it is opened. So the takeaway here is to be aware of your expiration date. Do not freeze your makeup or your skincare products. This is not good for your health and for your skin. Mistake number 6, thinking high price is equal to good. This will be one of the things that worth time traveling to tell it to me in the past. In the world of beauty, there really is no better product or the best product, but there's only the products that works best for you. Also keep in mind that the products can contain different ingredients. They are often designed and made for a particular age group, which means even if the product has been working great for a particular age group, it might not necessarily mean that it will work well for you. And oftentimes the products that are anti-aging, regeneration, they are oftentimes costing much more than other product line, which can lead to a more dangerous result if we fall into the price trap, thinking that the more expensive the product, the better they are. Because when we were younger, we probably don't need regeneration. Not only the products will not help you to solving your concerns and your problems, they will probably causing more problem or messing up your skin's natural balance in general. For example, when I was in high school, I started using Dior and Chanel and already started to use the most expensive line, which now when I look back, it's really a no-go. The takeaway here is simple. Start educating ourselves and start getting to know more about our skin, knowing our concerns, and learning about what are the ingredients that would help with our concerns instead of just blindly getting the most expensive or the most popular products out there. Double check the product descriptions, study into the ingredient list, and start exploring and to find products that really works for your skin at this time, given your current condition. So yeah, that wraps up today's video. Thank you so much for watching. And among the 6 mistakes that I've mentioned, which are the ones that you have made or which are the ones that you find the most obvious? Now let me turn it over to you. Which is the number 1 skincare mistake that you have made? Do leave a comment down below. I would love to hear from you. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Check out my Instagram, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!